Hello and welcome back to the Markie channel, the daily Markie channel, might I add, and you lot didn't think I'd do it. Remember a while ago when I was like, oh, I'm going to start doing daily uploads, we're going to try and get to 35 days in a row, what's your predictions, how long do you think I can do? You lot, majority, said about 5, and we went past that, so sucks to be you. I mean, no, really, it does suck to be you. You've put up with this every single day for maybe 15, 16 days now. That must be awful. But yeah, either way, today's video is going to be another topics video. We start with the small stuff and we work our way up to the bigger stuff. You guys know how this works. Before we get into that, dead quick, I also do upload on my second channel daily as well. At a minute, we've been reacting to weird TV shows and dating shows and whatnot and compilations, whatever. And you guys seem to be really enjoying that. So if you do want to watch them as well and maybe get 2 videos a day, scroll down, link in the description. That would be great. But yeah, enough of the rambling. Okay, let's get into this video, shall we? Right, so for the first topic, you know I like to kind of start these topic videos out with some of the YouTube boxing stuff because there are some people that care, the majority don't, so we try and get out the way as soon as we can. But it's actually a quote from Jake Paul, who actually fights this weekend, I'm pretty sure, against Tyron Woodley. But he's actually had a quote here talking about fighting Floyd Mayweather, you know, what his brother did and all that stuff. And he said, I'm not trying to do any exhibitions. If he wants to do a real pro fight at a real weight, I'm down. But I don't want to do money fights with an old guy. He needs me more than I need him. Which, by the way, there's a lot wrong with. I mean, quite evidently, Jake Paul would need Floyd Mayweather more than Floyd Mayweather need Jake Paul. Especially we're talking money terms, right? Floyd Mayweather is a lot richer. But also Jake Paul saying, yeah, I want to do a real fight at a real weight, which is quite ironic considering he's 200 pounds and Mayweather fought at 154 and stuff like that. And I think that was even at his highest. So yeah, it doesn't even make any sense, to be honest. He's talking a load of shit. I think it's just an excuse to not fight Floyd Mayweather, which is a good excuse. Why would you want to fight Floyd Mayweather? But I think Jake Paul's going down a different road where he doesn't want to lose, whereas Logan Paul's not bothered about losing against people who are that great, you know what I mean? But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you think that will ever happen? Because personally, I genuinely don't think that will ever happen. But moving on, we're actually going to move to the last topic of this video, which is a lot sooner than we usually go to the last topic, okay? We never usually have 2 topics in these videos, which, by the way, a round of applause for YouTube, not having that much stuff happening in the, last 24 hours. But this last topic is actually a big one, okay? So, Ethan and Trisha, you know they've been going back and forth. It's actually got a lot more than just YouTube drama. This is family drama at this point. Ethan's parents are being involved. Trisha and Ethan in general are just related technically now, which is absolutely nuts. Well, it kicked off a lot yesterday, okay, and it kind of all started when Ethan uploaded another episode of Families, which is his podcast with his mother, and they go on to talk about Trisha Paytas and go on to talk about a text message that Ethan's mum sent to Trisha, because Trisha kind of teases being Ethan's mum sent me this awful text message or whatever, and Ethan's mum just goes, you know what, fuck it, I'll read it.
Trisha just kept on going on and on and on with some of the things that she was saying. I didn't understand.
Well, you're team Ethan, obviously. You're team Ethan and Hila, so
straight away you can see that Ethan's mum isn't exactly the biggest fan of Trisha, and I mean, why would she be? So what they're kind of getting onto right here is the fact that Hila is pregnant, Ethan's wife is pregnant, and obviously this whole stress that's going on with, I mean, Hila's being sued by God knows how many people at this point. I know that Ryan Kavanagh guy's trying to sue them and whatnot, and obviously there's stuff with the family. It's Hila's brother who is with Trisha, so they must not really be seeing eye to eye right now. There's a lot of stress going on right now, and they're talking about how miscarriages can be quite common when it comes to stress and pregnancy.
I was so upset because of some of the things that she had just said.
Go ahead, read the tip.
I sent a private message on Messenger to Moses.
You texted Moses. I mean, it's not.
Well, I didn't really text. Is that called texting?
Yes.
Messaging? Is that texting?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is everybody.
Go ahead.
This is what I wrote.
Cover your ears. This is it. The worst thing you've ever heard.
This is the most horrible thing you've ever heard. Okay.
Well, it's
Moses.
Okay.
Moses, if your sister has a miscarriage because of this stress, I will hold you and Trisha responsible. Stop this nonsense. Enough.
So that was the message that Trisha's been going on about, saying that, you know, that Ethan's mum's been sending this horrible message, whatever. That was the message right there. Now, straight away, I want to know your opinions. Do you think that is a fair thing to say? Do you know? Are you on Trisha's side? Are you on Ethan's mum's side? What do you think in general of that situation? Because one person who did give their opinions is Trisha Paytas themselves, who uploaded a video talking about this whole situation and spoke about this text message also.
I do read things. I do read comments. Things are sent to my email and things are sent directly to my text message. I really just want to make this video because the lies just continue. I thought, okay, there'll be a lie here, there'll be a lie there, and it's just like, you know, they always say best to not engage, and I do agree. So this is my last video to Ethan and the Kleins and his mother. First and foremost, today they put up an episode where the mother proudly and still stood by her text message to me, was that if someone miscarries, that she would blame me and Moses for putting stress on her. And Ethan said, I actually agree with that. By that logic, which miscarriages are the majority of the time an embryo defect, a genetic defect.
So I think what Trisha's trying to say here is that obviously there can be a lot of reasons as to why someone miscarriage, like not just stress or whatnot. There's obviously a lot more reasons. So I think Trisha's trying to say that if that was to happen, I think it's unfair to point it on Trisha. But I think the reason behind the text message, if I was to assume, and I could be wrong here because it wasn't me who sent the text message, obviously, to me it seemed like a text message to try and put like things in perspective, to be like, look, Trisha, Moses, like, this stress isn't going to help Hila, and Hila is having a baby, and you know what can happen if you're stressed and you're having a baby. Okay, miscarriages are a possibility. Do you really want to risk that happening just to have this petty back and forth on the internet? That's what I got out of it. I don't think that she would go out of her way to be like, right, no matter what happens, if she does have a miscarriage, I'm just going to blame you straight away. I don't think that's what she meant. I could be wrong, like I said, but yeah, I think that's what Trisha's trying to say back, is to say there could be multiple reasons.
By that same logic, how come Ethan isn't held to that same standard? Continuously engaging, not only engaging, but harassing the person that's suing him. Not only is Ethan
I don't think it's fair to say also that he's harassing the person that's suing him, because this Ryan Kavanagh guy is suing him for a very stupid reason, and this Ryan Kavanagh guy does also have a lot of skeletons in his closet. So I don't think it is to say like you're harassing him. You're defending someone who probably shouldn't be defended there. So I don't really get that point, to be honest.
Getting sued, but now the family's podcast is getting sued, and his wife's company, Hila's company, Teddy Fresh, is getting sued. How is that, like, continuously having his pregnant wife sitting next to him while he's combating all these people, just attacking person after person, including the first one about me and Keemstar, which had nothing to do with him?
I don't know about that, to be honest. I mean, it was quite obvious why you went on the podcast, to be a bit petty, and then you also did speak about Ethan a lot on the podcast, so it did really have something to do with him. In fact, you mentioned him, so it really did. I think that's just a blank-faced lie, right?
All of this because I went on a podcast.
And mentioned him on said podcast. Like, I don't know what you mean here, Trisha. You mentioned him on the podcast and spoke about how he refused to release an episode that you looked good in and all this stuff. Like, what do you expect? Well, there you have it. Okay, that's Trisha's opinions. Obviously, it's a lot longer of a video. If you want to see the full video, it is on Trisha's channel, and you can see what they say on there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on just that whole bit in general. Do you think the text message is out of order? Do you think it should be worded better? Do you think it's fair? Let me know any of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And also, this wasn't the only place that Trisha responded. Trisha also went on a bit of a Twitter rampage as well with a bunch of tweets. I'm going to read out the majority of them right now, but there's a lot. Okay, this is not okay. I'm addressing effing this one last time. This goes beyond internet drama. This is bullying and harassment. Imagine blaming me for stressing your pregnant wife out, Ethan. You illegally uploaded pirated footage, which not only got you sued, but for your family's wife company sued. And you have your wife sit next to you while you harass and attack every creator out there, which I've got to say is quite ironic because they literally had the series together, Frenemies, which was kind of going at people, so you were a part of it too. I don't know why it's all of a sudden a bad thing. Everyone's so mad I went on Keemstar's podcast after him calling Hila a horse, which I called him out and said it was shit and unnecessary. Faze agreed. The same thing I did when Ethan called me all those horrible names. If Ethan can learn and grow, why can't Keemstar? Only Ethan is allowed to apologize and move forward, but no one else is. Keemstar admitted he had bad takes on mental health and sexual assault and the R word this week. I am by no means his friend, but that's some growth. That's getting through to someone so ignorant. Ethan trashed me multiple episodes after Frenemies died. I have zero loyalty towards him, zero respect towards him. He can't admit any fault. I can't wait to see who they blame in their Triller lawsuit. Sure, Ethan pirated and uploaded illegal footage to the internet, which resulted in a lawsuit with him, but also Teddy Fresh. Surely Ethan can't be at fault. He never is. I cause stress, but Ethan engaging in constant drama and harassment 3 times a week on his channel, recently resulting in a strike, getting F1 involved in a lawsuit. He's innocent. Always find someone else to blame. Now, there's a bunch more tweets. So like I said, if you want to go on Trisha's page and look at the tweets, then you can, okay? Because I'd be here forever if I was reading them all. I'm generally think there's about 25 different tweets. But you can see where Trisha's trying to come from and what Trisha's opinions are. You can see what Ethan's opinions are and Ethan's family's opinions are. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know, do you agree with these certain things? Disagree with these certain things? Just let me know anything. And yeah, I think this one might be a bit split. I think there might be a lot of different opinions going around. So if we can have a bit of a discussion in the comments, that would be great. And yeah, I think I think either way, that is going to be it for the video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new. Like I said, there's a lot more light-hearted stuff on the second channel I upload daily as well. And yeah, I guess until tomorrow, because I upload daily, I'll see you guys in a bit. Goodbye.
Every time I drop the mic, I swear I got